Hi, Honorstein. It has been a long time since I've gotten to see most of you. I just wanted to take a chance to introduce you to what you are going to be working on for the month of May, so coming up. So, if you looked here, which is our lesson plan for April 24th, you saw that we are starting something called a diary movement. And for some of you, that word diary probably set off some red flags and angry feelings because you're picturing like little pink diaries with locks on them that you had when you were a little kid or something. That's kind of not what we're doing. Think of it as a journal unit if that helps you more. But you guys have probably heard a lot lately, like the phrase, like we're living through unprecedented times. And as sort of cheesy as that starts to sound after a while, it's true. What we're living through, our world looks a lot different than it did 2 months ago. And it's sort of hard to wrap our minds around what our world is going to look like 2 months from now. And I wanted to give you a chance to show off everything you've learned today, but also to process some of the changes that you're going through and to do it in a way that hopefully doesn't make school feel super, super overwhelming, because I know that's been a challenge for a lot of people as we come up on this distant learning thing. So, what we're going to do is, yes, it is a diary unit. So, we're going to kind of model this after one of the most important historical documents, really, that exist to historians who are studying certain time periods. And that is, believe it or not, journals or diaries. Really famous example, Diary of Anne Frank. You guys have probably heard of this. Maybe you even read parts of it. But for historians who want to know about what a time was like and how it affected regular people, things like these are crucial to understanding history and to understanding major events. And you're living through history right now. You're living through something that is going to change our world. And so it's worth processing that and thinking about what the world is going to look like in the future. So for this assignment, if you start on the lesson plan for today, what I want you to do is go to the assignment and the rubric. And those look like this. And this will go over the 3 parts of the assignment that we're going to be working on. So your diary assignment, and I'll blow this up a little bit. Like I said, it has 3 parts. You're going to do an introduction. So if you look at something like Anne Frank, a lot of times before her actual diary starts, I know it's kind of hard for you to see this, there is, I think in this book they call it a foreword, but a lot of times it's an introduction. And basically what the introduction does is it gives us context to the time period. So it's as if, imagine you're picking up this book, The Diary of Anne Frank, and you know nothing about World War II or who Anne Frank is or the Holocaust. So introductions give us that background, right? They're kind of like formal essays, which should ring a bell to you. At the beginning, they're more informational. They're not argumentative. They're just going to give us information. For this project, if you look back at the assignment sheet, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to do some research on the outbreak of the novel coronavirus. You're going to need to find 5 credible articles, and there'll be more information coming about this in a little bit. But basically, it's going to start with just looking for news articles about how did it start, how is it spreading. You know, we've been talking about like flatten the curve. What does that mean? You want to find 5 articles. Newspapers are going to be your best bet. Make sure they're credible. Like this isn't the time to go to like Breitbart or maybe even not like BuzzFeed or things like that. Like, right? We want things that we know are coming from experts who know what they're talking about. So you're going to find 5 articles. We're going to put together a bibliography because again, I don't know if this one does, this one doesn't, so not a great example. But a lot of times your books will have bibliographies at the end of sources and other places to look for more information. So you're going to put together a bibliography, and then you're going to write the introduction. So it says this is a 1 to 2 page formal introduction. Formal meaning formal language, no contractions, all of those things. And it's going to be like an essay. So intro, you're going to have some body and a conclusion. Basically, it's going to explain the outbreak of the coronavirus using that those articles that you did. You're going to give us the background to understand what the journal is going to be about, right? Imagine that someone's picking your journal up 100 years in the future. They don't know anything. They're going to need that introduction to give them the background information. Informational. So your introduction, it'll be 75 points for the written part. 75 points for the introduction, 50 for the written part, 25 for the bibliography. I will give you more videos and directions on each of these like individual assignments when we get to them. So don't worry about it right now. This is just an overview. The next thing that you'll have then is your actual journal or diary. I know that word bothers people. So there will be one journal entry that you'll have to do every day. I'll give you prompts. You'll pick one of them to answer, and you need to write for 10 minutes, just like we used to in class. So that's this next bullet point. You write for 10 minutes without stopping. It's going to be about a page or two a day. Most of you, I'm assuming, are going to write on the computer, like you'll type it just because that's the easiest way to do it. So again, if you double space it, it's going to be about a page to 2 pages, probably closer to 2 if it's double spaced. You need to share that document with me, and I have to have editing rights just so that I can double check that you're doing your prompt, keeping up with the work, all of that good stuff. Remember, it's a journal. It's not formal. It's just responding to the prompt. And the prompts are things like, what does school look like for you now? Or where were you the first time you heard of the coronavirus? Like, it's just really basic things that, again, as a historical document 100 years in the future, someone might want to know. You do still want to have like grammar and spelling and those basic things done correctly. The daily journal, and it says here you'll have 17 days of it. That's 100 points. So now we're up to 175. So you'll have the introduction for 1 to 2 pages, your journal, right? About a page-ish a day. And then the last thing that we'll do is we will design a cover because, as you can see here, that's important, right? When you're marketing something. And your cover, think back to the book club project where we talked about like colors and fonts and styles and trying to capture sort of like the spirit or mood of the text. That's what you'll do with your cover. And again, that's going to be one of the last things we do. Don't worry about that until we get there. One thing I do want you to notice is your introduction is going to be peer edited by your classmates. So we'll use an online program for that, but other people will read that. Your journal, I'm the only one who will read it. So I will read it, but you don't have to worry about if it's something that you wouldn't necessarily want, a stranger from your class reading. So it's up to you to share and be as sort of honest as you want to be. This is a place, like the point of doing this is so that you have a place to process this sort of overwhelming, huge thing that we're going through. So if it helps you, like, be honest about what is happening and how you're feeling. Like if you're anxious or overwhelmed or you're like, I need a day to just rant because school is getting to be too much. Like that's what this is for. It's supposed to be an honest reflection of how coronavirus affected your life. Obviously, I am going to read it, so you probably shouldn't write like a page and a half about how much you hate honors 9 English or something like that. But in general, I want it to be a reaction to what you're actually feeling. So, like I said, we're going to do specific, like more information on each of these parts, but that's sort of the big overview. There's a rubric. This is the second page when you're looking at the diary assignment, which is linked here. And then it says read through rubric. Rubric is just the second page. So make sure that you're really familiar with how you're going to be graded. 50, 25, 100, 25. I mean, it's a 200-point project. It's going to be due at the very end of the school year, so there's not going to be a chance to like redo this. And hopefully you shouldn't need to since the bulk of it is just your honest reflections, but you want to make sure you're staying up to date, staying on top of things. Make sure that you understand the difference between a meets expectations, where you're probably sitting at like a C-ish range, to exceeds, which would put you in the A range, which I'm guessing is where most of you want to be. So take some time after you watch this video to read through this. Don't worry if you're reading through parts and you're like, well, I don't really know what that's going to look like yet. Again, when we get into these specifics, you'll start seeing more information. I'll give you some videos and more specific handouts. This is just intended to be an overview for today. So that is your sort of intro to the diary unit. The last thing that you need to do is take a quiz on this video on Schoology. It's short, but hopefully you were paying attention so that you are ready to go. Thank you, and I will talk and see you all soon.